Mom is 97. She met my dad during the war, and they got married right after the war. My mom has 4 girls, 11 grandchildren, and 20 great-grandchildren to date. She is a very positive person. She is joyful, kind, thoughtful, always remembers details about people. Even at 97, she can still remember little details and remembers to ask about them. No one prepares you that when you raise your children, suddenly they're out of the house, but there's still a parent that now needs your help. And that's the transition my husband and I have made the last few years. We moved back to Houston 6 years ago, and Mom was living here at Buckner independently. And so I stepped in and began to help her with day-to-day things. And then in the middle of the pandemic, she was hospitalized and needed a lot more care. And so we transitioned her to assisted living here. So she's been there 2 years almost. And it is challenging to care for the elderly. And there's no guidebook for it. You sort of write it as you go, and hopefully you find resources to help you. And in Mom's case, this has been a fantastic place for her. The staff here is lovely, kind. They know my mom's name, from the director down to the person doing the laundry or clearing the table. They call her Miss Powell or Dot, and that I love. She is a person with dignity and respect. She's treated like that here, and that's just been lovely. You know, my father's been gone a long time, and he did in his mind, a lovely job of preparing for life after him. Not really realizing my mom would live 38 more years. And so we've been managing her finances and, cashing in things, selling things, getting to where we had enough money, and then realizing she was outliving her money. And it was kind of a scary thing to think about. And one of the staff here had said, well, when you get to that place, talk to us, let us know.
When Miss Powell's daughter approached us saying that Miss Powell has ran out of her finances, what can we do? We were able to reassure her that we got her, we'll take care of her.
It's frightening to think about your parent running out of money and not having good care. And this was an absolute answer to prayer, because I was terrified and worried, and I didn't want my mom to know.
Senior care assistance is unique. Buckner doing this for our seniors, it's even special. It stands out in our industry. Not a lot of organizations out there are still doing this. When a senior wants to move into Buckner Parkway Place, we assure them this is your home. How is it possible for us to say when they run out of funds that this is no longer your home? That's where Buckner's mission steps in. Senior care assistance plays a huge role to assure them that peace, that joy that was promised to them on day one continues, so they can have a wonderful life at Parkway Place.
It's meant the world, because as she's aged, her care needs are greater, and I didn't know what was going to happen, where she would go, what we would do, who would we ask. And to know that when we got to this place, there was this safety net, this parachute, that Mom could still live the place that she knows, that she's comfortable, and she could live out her days gracefully.
Finances for every individual is different. Sometimes they outlive their finances. And Buckner stands out by saying you can outlive your finances, but you can outlive the care and the mission that we have for you.
We all have parents. And if we are fortunate enough for them to live many, many years, a lot of times resources do run out. And for the families, it's a frightening thought, because you want to care for your parents well as they cared for you. And so to think about contributing to something like this that helps out families, there's no way to put a price on that. I feel like Parkway Place and the Buckner umbrella, it's a beautiful approach to caring for our seniors. It's what God calls us to care for the widows and the infants, for the homeless. And it's not just a senior living place. It's a place where each person who lives here is imbued with dignity, and they're viewed as precious children of God. Truthfully, it is a gift not just to the elderly person, but their families as well.